Hello everyone, my name is Bewlett and welcome back. Today we're going to sit down and have a quick powwow, talk about some things I'd like to see change in Modern Warfare moving into 2020. I'd like to start off by saying I love this game. I know there's a lot of mixed opinions about the multiplayer experience, special ops, maybe even campaign, but man, I really do love this game. Rarely do I ever struggle to keep myself occupied with challenges, new game modes, or simply just an exciting match online. A lot of negatives I've been hearing have been from players with enough time on their hands to complete all the officer challenges and cap out at 155 and they run out of things to do. I, for one, generally only have enough time to play on the weekends, so I haven't really ran into a situation where I feel I have nothing left to do. I've had a splendid time experimenting. No, let's pick another word. Hmm. Barrowquay? I've had a Barrowquay time experimenting with all the weapons, trying out different loadouts, and finding new ways to play my favorite game modes. On top of that, I have several missions and challenges to work towards, but I want to talk about some of the things I'd like to see change. Not all of these are monumental adjustments or fixes necessarily, just some things that I keep thinking about that I would like to see in Modern Warfare. First things first, more loadouts. It drives me crazy having all these different combinations I can put together in the gunsmith, but I'm limited to only 5 loadouts. Urgh. Back in the day when we'd all grind our way up to 10 classes, I don't think I ever got more than 6 or 7, but it pains me with how restricted we are with the number of loadouts we have in Modern Warfare. I began to gravitate towards a select few of weapons that I prefer to use on a regular basis, but every once in a while I want to create a new style of loadout and I'm forced to scrap one of my existing loadouts. Fortunately, we do have the option of conveniently saving our own custom blueprints, and this is a very nice feature, but it's one that I would trade just to have an additional loadout. I just find it constantly challenging to work with the amount we're limited to. Next up, XP tokens. Through the Battle Pass and by completing challenges, we are able to earn double XP and double weapon XP tokens. Their effective use range anywhere from 15 minutes to 60 minutes, and I can definitely appreciate that not only do we have double XP events, but we are also given these tokens that we can use at our leisure. My problem with these is that once activated, your 30, 45, 60 minutes begin immediately. So if you activate a 30-minute token and it takes you 5 minutes to get into a game, you're really only getting 25 minutes of double XP. Let me pitch you another scenario. I've just earned this double XP token that's good for an hour. I activate it, jump into a game, and 15 minutes in, I get a call from my grandmother telling me she's going into labor. I mean, I don't want to have to sit there and explain to her that I still got 45 minutes of double XP left. You know how long that would take? And more importantly, who the told my grandmother she has to be the one to call me and tell me she's giving birth again? That's just rude. I can understand why it seems annoying to complain about a free consumable that grants us double XP, but it's always sort of bothered me. Number 3 on my list is something quite a bit more about attention to detail, which I do have to say has been Infinity Ward's strongest suit in the reimagining of Modern Warfare, and that goes for the other developers as well that worked on the project. But a good example is that when you reload your weapon, your operator will save your magazine rather than toss it if the magazine was not 100% depleted. This doesn't have any kind of direct impact in game, it just emphasizes the realism of the experience. However, my bone to pick with this is that during the act of reloading, while your operator is still performing the animation, we're unable to fire the single remaining round of ammo that should still be chambered in the weapon. Whenever I'm using a shotgun, I find myself having to reload on the go. Doing this can frequently put you in a position where you turn a corner and find an enemy point blank range while you're reloading, and all you can do is scream. But as long as you are reloading with the shell still in the chamber, you realistically should be able to this guy's day up. It's not something I could see dramatically changing people's KDs or anything, but it would be an impressive amount of detail to put into the game. There's 2 more I wanted to mention, the bigger one being an option to filter out which ground war maps we'd prefer to play. I think it's great that we can customize a filter of several different game modes to match us up to, but being that ground war is not one of those modes, I would at least like the freedom to choose which maps float your pickle. I'm happy with most of the maps available. I think I would personally like to just filter out 1 or 2 occasionally. I'd probably spend a bit more time playing ground war if it was an option. My last thing is something pretty simple, but how come we can't put stickers on riot shields? I'm not crazy about stickers necessarily, but I would think most people would like to see their favorite sticker plastered all over that canvas, right? Like, isn't there a sticker of a puppy? Imagine throwing that on there and forcing your enemy to look into the eyes of a puppy as you beat their ass to death with it. I'd beat the shit out of people with a puppy shield. So anyways, guys, that's what I'm hoping for in 2020. Let me know what you guys want to see change or come to Modern Warfare in the comments below. I appreciate you all coming out to today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.